Hello, beautiful people of YouTube. For those of you who have kept up with the shorts, the Camaro, the engine, I broke it. I think there's some work on the heads that needs to get done, which is going to get done with the cam anyway. What we're going to do today is just tear it down, see exactly what happened and what went wrong, and try to fix it and see if we already have the parts to fix it. It might be in the shape it's about to be in for quite some time. Just waiting for more parts to come in to get it done and to actually see what went wrong. It's probably a good chance some valves kissed some pistons. Well, we're about to find out. I'm joined today by none other than the lovely Kevin. He's behind the camera. Say hi, Kevin.
Hello.
And we're gonna start this tear down. First off, taking off the hood. And first part taking off the hood is taking off the windshield washer sprayer things. So we're gonna get started on that. Feel free to sit back and enjoy the ride, because you'll like it more than we will, I bet. Alright, so far we've got the hood off, the strut brace tower thing. Now we're taking off the valve covers to see what the damage is. We got the coil packs off already. Probably should have recorded that so we could go back and watch the footage to see how everything went. But nonetheless, here we are. The valve cover is about to come out. And it's a little chilly because we had a malfunction with our wood stove. So we got the doors open. Also, didn't mention it before, so I'll mention it now. This is our new shop. Me and a couple of the guys moved in together recently into this place, and it has its own shop. So that makes life a lot easier, because now we're not looking for other people's shops to work in and things like that. But the valve cover is about to come off. They have 8 mil on the valve cover bolts here, which kind of is terrible because I only have this rinky-dinky wrench because I don't have an 8 3/8, so I couldn't impact them off. But we're about to see how this all goes here momentarily whenever this comes off, and hopefully nothing is too terribly damaged, but only time will tell, and the time is coming. So, you know, fingers crossed, guys, fingers crossed. Maybe it's still just sealed down there. Yep, ow, shoot, that hurt. All right, well, that is a valve cover removed.
Got your light?
Yeah, let me get it. We'll see what the damage is. Oh, man.
All the springs are tight.
Yeah, first little viewing here. Nothing looks terrible.
My springs are tight. I mean, everything seems decent on this side.
Yeah. Nothing's really smell bad either, I don't think. Maybe a little gassy, but you know, it is what it is.
Well, so we tear the other side apart, see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Because we got a lot of work to take the heads off.
Yep. Alright. So, this is the last rocker and push rod we're looking at here to see what the issue is. We've checked all of them on the driver's side. That's the last one, passenger side. And basically what we're looking for, and what we're getting a lot of right now, is metal shavings. But we're looking to make sure that everything looks the way that it should. This here is the rocker. The push rod hits right there, and that moves from the camshaft, and that's how the valves open and close. I mean, there's some. So take 3, camera malfunctioned. As I was saying, rockers, we're checking them out, making sure they all look good. There is metal shavings, but most of it that we're finding is in the threads of the bolt itself. Everything's looked like it should function properly up here so far. Like we said, this is the last one we're checking. Just gonna put that back right there, and this is the push rod. This pushes up on the part that we just had out, and we're just checking to make sure that they're straight. And I mean, there's general wear on it. I mean, it's got 74,000 miles if everything in here is original, but everything in the valve train looks to be of serviceable use, which is kind of bad for us because we were hoping that the issue, well, bad for me really, it's my car. Kevin's helping because he's a good man, but we were hoping that it was going to be in the valve train because I already have the parts for that. As it turns out, that's not our issue. So we're about to take off the intake manifold, about to take off all the accessories from the engine and get down, take the heads off, and see what the valves look like on the other side, see if any of them are stuck maybe, and check out the pistons themselves to see if that's where contact was made, and probably also check the compression on the front end, which we should probably do that now before we start tearing everything completely apart. All right? Yeah. All right. So it's the next day now. A buddy of mine came over with a compression testing kit, and we tested compression. And as it turns out, based off of this information here, there's literally only one cylinder that has any compression, and it's low. So here we are. Got the manifold off. We're about to get down into the timing, because a feller I know said something that this sounds like it should be a timing issue. Well, we want to check that anyway, so now we're about to take off the accessories, the water pump, all that good stuff, and look at the timing, see if the chain jumped, which would cause no compression if everything's not lining up. I mean, looking in here as well, in the ports, a little dirty in there. I don't know if that's good or bad. Probably not good, but you know, if we can get it to run again, that'd be fantastic. But we need to figure out what the issue actually is first. So come take a ride with us as we unbolt these accessories. And so far we've taken off the water pump and the belts and all that. The electrical's kind of all out of it now and out of the way. So what we're doing now is we're going to take the heads off, inspect some valves because there's no compression. So over here, Kevin's got the headers off. We're about to lift that one out. Over here, I'm just going to move the dipstick and get 2 more header bolts out, and that head will be ready to come off. We can start inspecting that. It's getting pretty late. We got work tomorrow, so I'm just going to try to knock some of it out and try to diagnose this issue, see what parts we need to fix it, and eventually this thing will be back to working order with some upgrades to the engine, which was the goal all along, but then I broke it, and yeah, here we are. over here, first glance, doesn't look terrible, right? There is some areas where probably shouldn't be as shiny as it is. But they don't look terrible over here. Now, right here, that's bent because it's got a gap there. That one's probably bent too, right? But it is what it is. We already took out the spark plugs and looked at those. Those are all pretty much done for as well. But if we come here and look at the engine itself, we'll go cylinder by cylinder here. That's where the valves hit the piston. And that's where the valves hit the piston. And that's where the valves hit the piston. And that's where the valves hit the piston. I don't know if that's picking up too well on camera, but you can definitely see some shininess in these cylinders. And on the pistons, I mean. There's still a couple more things to look at. Obviously, we got to take the other head off and look at the other side. But so far, it's not looking great for this engine, or rather the internals of the engine. Looking on the cylinder walls, doesn't really appear to be too much going on there. In that one, at least, we'd have to rotate to look at the rest of them. But we're probably just about to plug this thing up and call it a night. It's pretty late. There will be other parts of this to continue to see what's wrong, what needs fixed, what needs replaced. Best case scenario, valves need replaced. That's probably not going to happen. Worst case scenario, the whole rotating assembly, including the connecting rods and the pistons, are probably gonna need it. But that's it for tonight. We'll hit you back up and keep you updated what's going on as we continue working. Might be a little while, depending on how bad the rotating assembly is, because that's really, really expensive. But we'll see. Alright, well, that is us signing off for today. Good night from us, good morning, whatever it is, whenever you're watching this video. Have a good one. Like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend who you think would enjoy this, and enjoy watching us suffer a little bit. Later.